So I am foregoing the tripod right now because this weekend I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I'm going to do my very first reading vlog. I'm not sure how this will turn out. I don't read a whole lot of physical books, so it's not like you'll get some great panoramic scenes of me reading a paperback or a hardcover book. But I will be giving you updates on the books that I am reading and hopefully take you to a few little cute locations for where I will be doing so. But first, it's Friday and I have to clean my house. The house is clean. I have spent some time with family. I have walked the dog, and by walked I mean thrown him towards the fence where he loves his friend and runs up and down and barks. That's what you're hearing right now, barking. I have my smoothie. And I have my copy of Rat Queens, which is the last graphic novel that I have to read from my library haul. Please ignore that dog barking. I know I'm trying to. And so yeah, before I go back to the library tomorrow, I wanted to read that up, and why not do it in my beautiful yard during this beautiful day? So I finished Rat Queens, and it was incredible. I don't know why, but my expectations were a little bit low going into this, and somebody's joining us. Somebody's joining us. Well now, sir. Now you deign to join us. He's real cute. It's the baby. Now, back to what I was saying. You silly cute. Rat Queens, incredible. I loved the D&D vibe in this. It had me from the very beginning. The main characters are 4 kick-ass women, and I love them. They each have very different personalities that bring a lot to the graphic novel. And in this first volume, we get to see like a little bit about what their paths might be, but there's still a lot to delve into in the rest of the series. So I can't wait to pick up the next one and just dive right in. I'm hoping they have it at the library tomorrow. So now that I have knocked off that last graphic novel that I have left to deliver back to the library, I am thinking about what the rest of my evening is going to be like. I don't have any plans, which suits me perfectly because I just like to veg out. I'm not a terribly social person, and yet I always find my weekends completely booked. This weekend is one of the few that I don't actually have too much going on. So I'm looking forward to having the weekend more or less to read, which of course will start tonight when I continue Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee, and I might actually switch it up a little bit and also play a little bit of Breath of the Wild. if my wrists hold up. So, looking forward to that. So it's just about 10 o'clock. I'm not quite going to bed yet, but Mark's going to be home in an hour, and at that point I figure that I'm probably going to watch him play Breath of the Wild. The one good thing about listening to an audiobook is that I can get a whole lot done, like folding my laundry and doing my nighttime stretches and playing Breath of the Wild myself. What can I say? I'm now about 7 hours into the audiobook, which means I'm about halfway through the book itself. And at this late point in the game, I suddenly realized that I forgot to do my ledger today. So that might mean that I have to do a little bit of work on the weekend, but I guess if that's the price I have to pay to read tonight and not have to turn my attention to that, then I will take it. I'm very much looking forward to my library trip tomorrow morning and choosing a few new books for the coming week. In the meantime, I get to go back to listening to Revenant Gun, and Edgar gets to keep snoring. It's Saturday. We had a lovely time, didn't we, love? Yeah, he's just gonna nod and hold the camera because he's shy and doesn't want to be on camera. Okay. So I didn't end up reading anything more last night other than up until 10 o'clock. I got lost on BookTube, and then Mark came home and I watched him play Breath of the Wild, which was always a lot of fun. And then I went to bed, and that was my day. So today I hope to read a little bit more of Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee. You better watch out, I'm going to give you spoilers. That's right, you better hide behind the camera. Next, we're going to the library, and I can't wait for that. So stay tuned as to which books I will be getting from the library today. show you what we got. Can we not? Yips, yips. Hey, stop chewing on your own scarf. Hey, that was expensive. Oh, good, because that was the one I was going to choose. Hey, don't scratch yourself. I'm putting it on you. I'm putting it on you. Don't chew on it. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. There we go. Look at him. He's so handsome. Revenant Gun is so good. The plotting in this series is incredible. There are so many little twists, so many things piling up that you don't quite realize are happening until they actually do happen at the end of these books. And I love all of the players that are put into play and all of the little nuances that come out and reemerge upon a reread, as I can say, because I have reread Nine Fox Gambit. That it's just a book series that I have no words, which is really bad. I'm trying not to give spoilers, right? Because you definitely have to read book 1 before you read book 2, and you definitely have to read book 2 before you read book 3. There's just so much going on, and I can't talk about any of it. But I have only 5.5 hours left in the audiobook, which means that if I don't finish it tonight, I will definitely finish it tomorrow. It's just so amazing. I know I'm gonna go out and buy his short story collection that takes place in the same world, because I just cannot get enough of it. Luckily, I own all 3 audiobooks, so I can reread it whenever I want. You know that feeling when you have only 10 library holds and they all come in at once? I got How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin, and I got The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I have a couple others coming in the next couple days, and POC-a-thon, and I don't know what to read. Should I continue with Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee, or should I keep that as one of my POC-a-thon books? I actually own that book, so that's not going anywhere. The library holds, on the other hand, will be disappearing in 14 days or less. I'm a little bit conflicted. But I also really like Revenant Gun, so I feel like the answer is probably going to be that I'm going to read the rest of Revenant Gun. I've got a little bit under 5 hours left to go, and it is incredible, and I will give an update later today. What? I regret nothing. I finished Revenant Gun, and it was just as amazing as anticipated. Once again, there was a twist at the end that I did not predict, and no matter how much I pay attention, I'm sure, every time, all 3 books, they're really, really good. If you have not read Nine Fox Gambit, I highly recommend that you do. They're just so incredible. So now that I'm finished reading that book and reading that trilogy, and there's still a couple hours left in my Sunday, what am I going to do? Well, probably watch Mark play Breath of the Wild because it's very entertaining. But also, I've been thinking about starting my next One Punch Man manga a little bit early. I mean, I'll still have 3 of them for POC-a-thon, right?